So, then how it happened, we know about lots of historical facts and data. All of you know, as all of you started reading about partition, probably the Shadhinata Ruthota, one of it is from probably the class books of 5, 6, 7 or something like that. So all of us, we know about the politics of Congress, how the Hindu Mahasabha tried to take a role about it, and how the Muslim League, the contribution of the Muslim League was there, because we always try to connect Jinnah with the idea of partition. Okay. So what was the immediate cause of partition? So the immediate cause of partition, the communal riots. Okay. The riot, we often talk about Calcutta riot of 1946, but we often miss to talk about two other riots, Riot Bihar and Riot in Noakhali, which were actually lethal in that way. But the issue was, what we need to understand that during the partition, till words became very popular. One is majority and another one is minority. In Bangla, they say Shankha and Shankha Guru. Okay. So the interesting part was that after the partition, where the Muslims and the Hindus, they were very keen to cross the borderline to become a part of another line in the other side of the border. Most of the minority community people, they were very keen to become a part of the majority community people. So that was the first thing. So after that, what was important for, us as a student of history to understand that, well, these minorities are so desperate to become a part of the majority community. So they thought that, okay, if we manage to cross the border, then I will be get welcomed by someone and in a peaceful life. So that was the idea. But unfortunately, in case of India, who migrated from Pakistan and Bangladesh, the landman issue was so huge, so it was not such a romantic story for that. And the point is that we know, all of us, we know, as we read it, that partition happened in case of Punjab and Bengal. But actually, partition did not happen in case of only these two states, Punjab and Bengal. It happened in case of Assam, in case of Tripura as well, and a part of Mizoram as well. Okay. And we don't know much about it. But the story of partition is diverse, not in that sense that we can just address it from different regions. It is naturally a diverse human story. Just let me tell you about two stories. So one story, I can remember that I interviewed someone. Her name is Shefali Pathak. She was the headmistress of the Shomit Kapoor Colony. Now, she is no more, unfortunately, but she told me such an interesting story, that we always think about partition and we seen that partition was the most tragic and memorable event that happened in the history of South Asia. But she said that, that partition was like a blessing in my life. As if I was there in Netrokona, then I would get married by the age of 11 or 30. And then maybe my life would just gain like that. But here we migrated, we really struggled, we stayed in camps, we really tried to educate ourselves. But then I got married with someone by my own choice and was a teacher. Then he encouraged me. And Kasi, I became a head business of this college, okay, Sohitnagar College. They were actually they used to live in Sohitnagar College. So this is one story. But thousand stories are there, who actually suffered because of partition, that we often talk about people, who always, I'm sure that all of you, you guys also had this kind of stories, family connection. You want to hear these stories from your grandmas or maybe ancestors that, this happened, that happened. So I always get very surprised by the idea that everyone, whom I was lucky to interview, they told me the story that we had huge properties, some pots, some ambagas, made lots of feather trees. It ditch. Dish means that ditch in East Bengal. Okay. Their dish is the original core or the place of their origin. So I always felt that, okay, that's a very romantic idea. That's not true, as it's impossible that everyone has a huge land, some pots, some fishes, some mango trees, lots of fields. It's not possible. But my mother's family, and they are from Shantahar. They actually, my dadu was a doctor. So I'm trying to locate their house. Well, it was very difficult to locate that house, but we could do it with the man for self-rex. But I actually realized that the way my mom always told me this story. As when she migrated, she was only 1 year, 7 months old or something like that. Was she heard those stories? I don't know. But I actually, from Shandaha station, we go straight and then took a late and then we could locate the house and I really saw that's a cute house, it's a huge walls, some trees and some fields, etc. So what I'm trying to argue here is that we often try to understand or try to make a rational relationship with our ideas, their ideas, and what we think about. But probably partition is the only event, not only the history of South Asia, but probably the world which actually has these two kind of dimensions, and these two dimensions are actually real. So the Indo-Para part was very much there in their ways, and they always try to remember that past. And also, I mean, when they try to go back to their place of origin, I never heard from anyone. I mean, Kuma have interviewed. I never heard it from anyone that they found it very weird or they found it bad actually when they went to their place of origin. But for the refugee families, one thing was very integral to their identities is the idea of a piece of land, which they call in Baula as Baste. So they always say that, okay, who are we? We are the Bastuhara, we are the refugee. We are the Pastu. These two talks, Pastuhara and the Pastu, it also derived from the idea of piece of land. So the motherland is so integral with their identity. Often they talk about in our Vastu, we always have a Vastu Pujo, and there is a Vastu shop is there. So who always try to protect that property. So the idea of Vastu is so integral to their ideas. When we often talk about the long impact of partition, that how partition is still integral to our lives, and therefore today we are celebrating it. The partition, or we are here actually remembering the sacrifices of people who was killed in these riots. But the important thing is that in Banga we have a word, we call it Japo. So when we actually think about our own identities, it doesn't matter if someone is a Koti or a Banga, we always have at least some memories or some ideas to remain in that kind of emotional feeling that we are a generation out of this partition. Thank you.